Dear students, today let us see another type of three-phase transformer connection, that is open delta or VV connection of three-phase transformer. As seen previously in three-phase connection of three single-phase transformers, that if one of the transformers is unable to operate, then the supply to the load can be continued with the remaining two transformers at the cost of reduced efficiency. The connection that obtained is called VV connection or open delta connection. So in the previous classes, I told you what is meant by open delta connection. Suppose if three-phase transformer is made by making use of a bank of three single-phase transformers, and that too if it is connected in delta-delta connection, due to some fault, if any one of the single-phase transformer goes out of service, then at least the other two are ready to serve the purpose. So that delta-delta, whichever it is working effectively in the earlier case, and due to some fault, if any one of the transformer goes out of service, then that resultant connection we call it as open delta. Open delta means only two transformers are ready to serve the electrical work. So now this is my open delta connection diagram. Only two single phase transformers you can observe here, right? So now here you can see that consider the figure dot 1 in which three-phase supply is connected to the primary. So here primary side, it is connected in delta fashion. So delta connection is what? First connection, second terminal is connected to the first connection of the next terminal. Means R phase second terminal connected to Y phase first terminal. And here third one more phase is absent here. Only two phases are there, and this type of the connection we call it as open delta connection. Open delta connection or VV. Why it is VV means it is going to look like the English letter V. Because of that reason we call this connection as VV connection. But when one of the transformer goes out of service, it should be operated with rest loading condition. You should not apply same load, because now there are only two transformers that can serve the electrical work purpose. For that sake, how much load it can carry effectively, that we can see here in this open delta VV connection explanation. Okay. Consider the figure dot 1 in which three-phase supply is connected to the primary. So this is the VV connection diagram. Here primary it is connected to line voltage VL. VL is the voltage that is measured between phase Y and phase B. Okay, that is connected to the primary side. At the secondary side, equal phase voltages will be available on the load side. So here on the load side, that is secondary side, also we are getting the voltage VL. So the small r, small y, small v, these are the what? Secondary side phase connections, whereas capital R, capital Y, capital B, those are the primary side connections. And associated voltage phasor diagrams you can see here. This is R, this is Y, and this is B, and here in between there is a gap. The gap indicates there is an absence of third phase transformer. Similarly, here also there is a gap. Here also once again the phases are R, small r, small y, small b. So if you check the symmetry of the phasor diagram here, so primary phasor diagram is same as that of secondary side phasor diagram. So here both are in phase with each other. But here one phase is absent. Because of that, it looks like a English letter V, or it is going to look like a open delta. For that sake, we call open delta. Open delta means this side is open, this is open, or VV connection, So now here we can see what is the safe load it can carry. Okay, the voltages are as shown on phasor diagram. So this is the voltage phasor diagram. Okay, the connection is used when the three-phase load is very, very small to warrant the installation of full three-phase transformer. So this type of connection can be used when three-phase load magnitude is small. Okay, if one of the transformer fails in a delta bank, it is delta symbol here, it is looking like question mark, it is not question mark, make this correction as delta. In if one of the transformers in delta bank and if fails, and if it is required to continue the supply even though at reduced capacity until the transformer which is removed from the bank is repaired or a new one is installed, then this type of connection is most suitable. So suppose if there is any fault in delta connection, due to that if any one of the transformer goes out of service, then in that case the other two single phase transformers which are connected now in open delta, they are ready to serve the electrical work very effectively until and unless the third phase transformer it gets repaired or one new transformer can be reinstalled once again. Okay, when it is anticipated that in future the load increase, then it requires closing of open delta. In such cases open delta connection is preferred. So if load is small, then we can make use of open delta, but if load increases, then you should increase the rating of the transformer. So in that case we should close the open VV connection. So once we close the open VV connection, then its kVA rating increases, then that kVA rating can help the increased loading conditions. So in future if we are increasing the load, then we can close the open winding, we can close the open connection so that the rating of the transformer increases, then it becomes delta connection, then it can support large load. That is the meaning. Next, it can be noted that here removal of one of the transformers will not give total load carried by VV bank as 2/3 of the capacity of delta bank. Okay, so you can see here it can be noted here that removal of one of the transformers will not give the total load carried by VV bank as 2/3 of the capacity of the delta bank. Usually we are under the mindset that if out of the three single phase transformers, if any one of the transformers goes out of service, means we may think that two transformers are ready and earlier it was three transformers. So we will be thinking that it can share 2/3 of the capacity of the transformer, that is 2/3, but this is not the fact. It is not going to support the load kVA rating of 2/3. That is not the fact. But how much it can carry the load very safely, that we can see here. The load as, and it can be proved as follows. So now if suppose this is my delta connection, and due to some failure, if any one of the transformer goes out of service, then it becomes open delta, this will be opened and this will be opened. So in that case how much safe load it can carry? So the load carried safely by the VV connection is 57.7% of the earlier load. Suppose in the delta connection, if you have connected 100% load, then once it becomes VV connection, then you should connect only 57.7% of the load. It means that it can carry safely 57.7% of the loading condition, and this can be seen with the help of some derivation here. So this is the circuit diagram for delta connection. Primary side RYB, secondary side RYB, and both sides they are connected in delta fashion. Primary side, secondary side, and that too, this is figure 2A is delta connection. Now, so if any one of the transformers out of service, so here if I say that this transformer is out of phase, this out of service, and similarly on the secondary side this will be out of service, then it becomes what? Open delta. Open delta means this will be absent, this will be absent. Now the connection will look like this. So this side winding is absent, so connection becomes open delta on both primary and secondary side. And now this is primary side RYB, secondary side small r, small y, small b, and voltage is VL, and line current is equal to phase voltage here, because it is as good as star connection now. It is as good as now star connection. First, second, third, all the three they are meeting at one point. So now here this will be the line current and this will be the same phase current. So this is VV connection circuit diagram. Figure 2B refers VV connection. So first you draw delta connection diagram and denote all the parameters. Similarly, you draw figure 2B, which is going to indicate VV connection and indicate all the parameters RYB and associated currents on the secondary side, secondary voltage VL RYB, that is small r y, small r, small y, small b. Those are secondary terminals. Now, let us see the derivation now. It can be seen from figure 2a. Figure 2a means this is delta delta connection. Okay. Here this is not a question mark. This make this correction as delta delta symbol. It can be seen from figure 2a. Delta delta capacity is equal to square root of VL IL. So delta delta capacity power is given by square root of 3 root 3 times, because it is three phase, root 3 times of line voltage VL, line current IL. So that is equal to root 3 times of VL as it is. But in the case of what is that delta system, line current is equal to root 3 times of IPH. Line current is equal to root 3 times of IPH. For that sake, substitute value of IL as square root of root 3, square root of root 3 times of IPH. So now, after simplification, square root of root 3 and square root of root 3. This is not V, it is square root of root 3. Square root of root 3, it will be 3 into VL IPH. So delta delta capacity is 3 VL IPH. So capacity of the delta delta transformer is 3 times of line voltage multiplied by phase current IPH. Now, similarly, calculate what is the capacity of VV connection, open delta connection. It can also be noted from the figure 2b that the secondary line current IL is equal to the phase current IPH. So now here, if you check the diagram, it is as good as your star connection, where three terminals they are meeting at one common point, and in the star connection, line current will be equal to phase current. So based on that, now you calculate what is the capacity of VV connection. So VV connection capacity is equal to square root of root 3 VL IL. So usual general equation for power here for three-phase system is square root of root 3 times of line voltage VL multiplied by line current IL, right? And that is once again that is equal to root 3 times of VL as it is. But what is the value of IL in VV connection? IL is equal to IPH because it is as good as star connection. So IL is equal to IPH. So substitute IL as IPH. So now VV capacity becomes what? Square root of root 3 times of VL IPH, and call this as equation 2, and capacity of delta delta connection as equation 1. Then dividing equation 2 by equation 1. So in equation 2 is open delta capacity, and equation 1 is delta delta capacity. So open delta capacity divided by delta delta capacity, that is VV capacity divided by delta delta capacity. What is VV capacity? Square root of root 3 VL IPH, square root of root 3 VL IPH. Then what is delta delta capacity? Delta delta capacity is 3 times of VL IPH, 3 times of VL IPH. So now here VL, IPH, IPH, both on numerator and denominator side, they will get cancelled. And here you are left out with root 3 on the numerator side, and denominator side will be 3. So 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. So 1 root 3 on the numerator side, another root 3 on the denominator side gets cancelled, and remaining it will be simply 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to 0.577. This is not 0.55, this is 0.577. That is approximately in percentage it will be 57.7, means it is approximated to 58%. So it can, so once the connection becomes from delta delta to open delta, this can carry the load safely of 58% of the load it can carry very safely. You cannot connect 100% of the load like what it was there earlier in the delta delta system. You need to reduce the load, and that reduced load should be 58% of the previous load, 58% of the previous load, so that it can carry very safely. If you connect the same 100% load, then there is a possibility that another transformer winding may experience some fault. Because of that, completely shutdown of the operation of transformer may take place. So whenever the connection changes from delta delta to open delta, then load that can be carried safely by the open delta transformer is 57.7%, or else it is approximated to 58%. So here it is 0.577. This is not 5, make this as 7. Okay. Thus, three-phase load that can be carried without exceeding the ratings of the transformer is 57.5% of the original load. Suppose if I connect 100 kilowatt, then I should reduce 57.7 kilowatt if it is VV connection. Hence, it is not 66.7%, which was expected otherwise. Usually what we think is Suppose there are 3 transformers. If one of the transformer goes out of service, means we will be under the mindset that 2 by 3 means 66.7%. so we say that it can carry 67.7% of the load safely, but that is not the case. If we check the capacity of delta delta and open delta, then from the derivation you can prove that it can carry 58% of the load safely, or else 57.7% of the load very safely, and it is not 66.7, right? This is not 66.7. Instead it will carry 58%, on an average 58% amount of the load very safely. Okay, then so as per our assumption, we may think that it can carry 66.7, means 2 by 3, means one transformer is out of service, means 2 divided by 3 will be 66.7. So from our perception, how much is the reduction in the rating, that we can calculate here. The reduction in the rating can be calculated as, we may think it as 66.67, but actually it is 57.735 divided by 57.35 into 100, that will be 15.476 percentage. So from our assumption, the reduced rating is 15.476. Okay. Suppose that we consider 3 transformers connected in delta-delta fashion and supplying their rated load. Now one transformer, each of the remaining 2 transformers will be overloaded, yes or no? When the connections is in delta-delta fashion, then it can carry the load safely, 100% of the load. But due to some fault, if any one of the transformer goes out of service, or if it is removed, then 2 transformers are overloaded, yes or no? Because now whatever earlier load it is carrying, now that whole load it has to be carried by only 2 transformers. Because of that, and the 2 transformer may get overloaded. So what is the amount of burden, or what is the overload that can be carried by the other 2 transformers, that we can calculate here. The overload on each transformer will be given as, so how much amount of the overload it is going to carry. Suppose the first system is delta delta, then each of the transformer will carry 100% of the load. But now one transformer is out of service, so the work carried or done by that out of service transformer, now it will be the other 2 transformers. It will be taken care by the other 2 transformers. Due to that, the other 2 transformers will get overloaded. So what is the overloading that is experienced by each transformer, that we will see here. So to calculate the overload on each transformer, it can be calculated as total load in VV divided by volt ampere per transformer. So what is the total load in VV? Just now we have calculated VV capacity is √3 times of VL IPH. So total load is √3 times of VL IPH, and volt ampere per transformer is VL IPH. So VL IPH get cancelled. Remaining is square root of √3. It means that square root of √3 is 1.732. So now from this expression we can see here that 1 indicates its own loading capacity. 1 indicates it is going to carry its own load, and remaining 0.732 is what? Overloading. And this is the work that is taken from the out of service transformer. So this is the work which it has to take care, and this work it is taken from the out of service transformer. Means once the connection becomes open delta, then the other 2 transformers, then these 2 transformers, each it has to carry 1.732 and 1.732. It means that apart from its own loading condition, that is 1, that is 100%, extra load it has to carry 0.732. that is the meaning. It is similar like when three of the friends are given some work. When 3 of the friends are given some work for some task, if one of the friend, due to some reason, he may be absent to do that work, then whatever the work that third friend has to do, that work it will be done by the other 2 friends now. So already the other 2 friends, they are having their own workload, which is 100%. Now extra load they have to take it from the third friend who is absent in that case. So that extra load what that third friend he has given to the other 2, because of that the other 2 friends, how much they are getting overloaded. So that is nothing but here 1.732. So in this case you can correlate the situation with the VV connection. So this you can take it as one friend, this you can take it as other friend. In the same way you can correlate the context here. So the load on each single phase transformer is 1.732. One indicates its own 100% load, and 0.732 is the load that is taken from the absent single phase transformer. Okay, so load on each transformer will be 1.732. Now, this overload can be temporarily if provision is made to reduce the load, otherwise overheating and breakdown of the remaining two transformers would take place. So make sure that this load should not be there for long duration of time, because its own capacity is to carry 100% load. So if you make the other two transformers to carry the load for long duration of time, and there is every possibility that transformers may get overloaded. Then that overloading may cause heating, and overheating may cause breakdown of the remaining two transformers also. So whenever we are operating the connection in VV connection, don't allow large load to operate for long duration of time. Only for short duration of time we can operate the transformers very safely. That is the meaning. Now, what are the disadvantages or limitations of VV connection? So first one is average power factor at which VV bank is operating is less than that with the load. So here average power factor is very less, and it will be less than the connected load. This power factor is 86.6% of the balanced power factor. So it will be simply 86.6% of the connected load, that is balanced load power factor. The two transformers in VV bank operate at different power factor except for balanced UPF load. So, and the two transformers which are connected in VV connection, both will operate at different power factor, and this will operate for same power factor only if I connect balanced resistive load, that is UPF. If it is leading or lagging, then in that case both transformers will operate at different power factor. Then the terminals voltages are available on the secondary side become unbalanced. So here the two voltages are available, you can see here. So here there is one voltage and this is another voltage. So both these voltages are unbalanced. This may happen even though load is perfectly balanced. So even if we connect balanced load on this side, but still you may find that unbalanced loading condition will be is going to take place. Thus, in summary, we can say that if two transformers are connected in VV fashion and are loaded to rated capacity, and one of the transformer is added to increase the total capacity by root 3 or 173.2%. So it is going to carry extra load of how much? 73.2%. So when three transformers connected in delta fashion, they are operating, and if one of the transformer goes out of service, because of that, what will happen? The other two will carry the extra load of 73.2% when converting from VV connection to delta system. So once again, what will happen? With a bank of two single phase transformers connected in VV fashion, supplying a balanced three-phase load with cos pi, one of the transformer operate at cos of with a power factor of cos minus phi, and other will operate at cos of 30 plus phi. So here both transformers will not operate at same power factor. One will operate at a power factor of cos of 30 minus pi, and the other one more transformer will operate at power factor of cos of 30 plus pi. So the power of the two transformers is given by P1 is equal to kVA cos of 30 minus pi, and other power transformer equation is given by P2 is equal to kVA cos of 30 plus pi. One will operate at cos of 30 minus pi power factor, will operate at cos of 30 plus pi power factor. Okay, it's all about VV connection.